Hello, everybody. Ridley, you're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the 49ers coming in at 5-4, going up against the Patriots, who come in at 4-5. And with that, we're off to Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, as that's where we'll find our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the home of Super Bowl 50, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers. Dobson, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll give the Patriots a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Three yards to go here on 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Brady gives this one to Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And on this offense, a guy that kind of came in under the radar, Lewis.
Hard to believe that Dion Lewis was that far under the radar. There is something to precedent from schools. Played at Pitt, and they do know how to churn out running backs.
On 2nd down, here's Brady. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
NaVorro Bowman makes anyone's short list for the best linebackers in the game.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down. The starting 11 on your screen now, and the one we discuss is Torrey Smith.
You would do worse than to just call long pass plays and throw it to Torrey Smith. He can certainly take the top off of any defense.
On second down, Hyde. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamaal Charles on the carry. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So now the 5-year man, Brad Nortman, to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Brady now on first down. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it gives the Pats a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now they'll run with Lewis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Going underneath for Lewis. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Now Lewis. And he's got some space here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that run wasn't very successful. They did have a big one on the previous play. So you get the sense that the offense is probing around, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And when they find them, they'll keep coming back to them.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll make it third and goal.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. An extra defensive back on the field here for third and goal. Shotgun now for Brady. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll throw on first down with Cutler. Pass incomplete. He was trying to get it off to Jamal Charles there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Cutler. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. On third down, Cutler. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that. And when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Off the play fake, here's Cutler. His throw incomplete. He was looking there for Bruce Ellington. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Cutler. It's hauled in by Ellington. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll come out in the pistol. First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, Cutler. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play. He rifles one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And he connects with Vance McDonald. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They come up in an offset eye. They run high, and he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard, and it brings... Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 3rd and 5.
91 is the light. Black 91. Stop. Check 13. Check 13. Slam. 91. 99. Check 99.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
I don't think this will even... Nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Check. Tight right. Check it out.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They go back to the air here after the INT. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Brady will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Brady now to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 12 yards on the pickup, and that leads to a San Francisco first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the 3rd quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
2 Patriots there to bring him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. Give him 22 on that one. And it'll give the Patriots a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They come up in an offset eye. This is Lewis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's the way to start a drive, and that's the way to continue a drive. Back-to-back, nice chunk plays. And if you're the offensive coordinator in your chess match with the defensive guy, you're thinking maybe you put him in a spot where he's got to load up against the run because that last one was a really nice play. What are you going to do now? Do you go ahead and play into it, continue to run the ball, play action, try and hit him over the top? You've got to feel like you have the advantage.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Amendola catching it left side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the end.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Dion Lewis, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field.
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Now Cutler. Hard throw, incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Cutler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. Caught right side at Snead. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. The play clock's running down. This time, Cutler will throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route. He tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The 4-time All-Pro, Navarro Bowman, in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Another pistol look here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking middle, and that's complete. That'll be a gain of 16, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, Have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check 26, check 26.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. Penalty marker is down here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. He's got time. Steps away to his left. Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And his throw is incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Dobson, the man in motion. Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. They try again with Lewis. And cuts out right sideline. A big play there for New England. 56 yards. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offensive coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. LeGarrette Blunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And there, the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
Well, what you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense, get them going in one direction, and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, they'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, here's Cutler. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll begin here with Blunt. And able to push his way forward. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They come up in an offset eye. Brady to throw on second down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Malcolm Mitchell out of the University of Georgia was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
20, Alabama, 380, 450.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Niners are going to take possession, albeit deep in their own territory. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They run it again with Hyde. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And they're going to speed things up here. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. Shift together here from the D-line. Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Second and 5. Now Hyde running right. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Third down, Carlos Hyde. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Brady gives now to Blount. Muscles him off. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. QB split out wide now. They're in the Wildcat. Well, certainly a tough loss here, but they've got to move on. I mean, you have another opponent next week. You dwell on this one, it hurts you the following week.
That's where the 24-hour rule comes into play, win or lose for all teams. Either enjoy the win for 24 or reflect on the loss for 24, then put it aside and move forward.
So for the Pats, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.